Benson for the point.
Back to Benner through the block and down.
Field goal. Back to Bass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Reggie diving. He's in.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to Fargo North High School tonight for EDC Boys Soccer, where the Fargo North Spartans host the West Fargo Packers here at the end of August. For both teams looking to get back in the win column, Fargo North at 2-3 on the season. They have fallen in their last three matches while going 2-0 to start the year. On the opposite side for West Fargo, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games in 2 straight. 5-0 to Fargo Davies and 4-1 to Grand Forks Red River their last time out on a Tuesday night. For the Fargo North Spartans, their last 2 games also against Grand Forks Red River and Fargo Davies, and a 3-0 loss against Red River in Grand Forks, and a 1-0 loss against Fargo Davies back on Tuesday. Chase Miller and Jerry with you here from the north side of Fargo for EDC Boys Soccer. Still to come on our pregame show, we'll take a look at the history from last season between these 2 programs, also some of the players they have returned from last year and who they have lost. For example, North lost All-State and All-EDC goaltender in Drew Nielsen after graduation from last season. The West Fargo Packers back in 2020, they finished 3rd in the state tournament as they continue this year, but with a new head coach after the EDC Coach of the Year. James Moe is now the Dean of Students for Lewis and Clark Elementary in Fargo, started in July of 2021 this summer. So a lot to get to here on the pregame show before we take a look at tonight's matchup. Fargo North out in their blue uniforms for the West Fargo Packers. They're out in their road whites. It's EDC Boys Soccer here tonight, and you're listening to it on yourliveevent.com.
Treat your business just like ours to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at YourLiveEvent1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Welcome back here to Fargo North High School, where it is EDC boys soccer action between the Fargo North Spartans and alongside the West Fargo Packers here tonight. As you take a look at this game between the Spartans and the Packers going into this one, a little history between the 2 programs. In 2020, Fargo North finished 4-11 overall. They lost to West Fargo 4-1 at home on August the 27th before beating the Packers 1-0 in West Fargo on September the 17th. So last year these 2 teams met. After tonight, the next time these 2 teams will meet, not too far down the line. The soccer season, very quick, started in the middle part of August and it wraps up at the end of September. They will meet again on Thursday, September the 16th. So there's a little history between the Packers and the Spartans. When we continue here, we'll get to starting lineups and alongside, we'll get ready to go here from the north side of Fargo. Fargo North trying to get back in the win column at 0-3 in the EDC. For the West Fargo Packers, they're currently tied for 6th place in the standings with Grand Forks Central at 0-2-1 in conference play as well. We're back after this as you're listening to EDC Boys Soccer here on your live event.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Fargo North High School tonight for EDC boys soccer action. 2 40-minute halves, but before we get ready for the field of play, let's take a look at the boys soccer standings coming into tonight. Fargo, Davies, and Red River sit atop at 3-0, currently with 9 points. West Fargo Cheyenne is all alone at third at 1-0-2, 1 win to 2 draws at 5 points, and Fargo South and Shanley currently tied for that coveted Final Four spot at 1-1-1 with 4 points as well. Top 4 teams make the state tournament out in Jamestown. For the West Fargo Packers, currently tied with 6th again with Grand Forks Central at 0-2-1 in the conference standings with 1 point, and Fargo North at 0-3 in EDC play. A win tonight for West Fargo or North would go a long way. Out-of-town scoreboard, Fargo South at Red River. Fargo Davies visits West Fargo Cheyenne, and Grand Forks Central takes the trek down I-29 and goes up against the Deacons of Fargo Shanley from Sid Cichy Stadium. This weekend, a couple of games on Saturday. Cheyenne will travel to Shanley, and Grand Forks Red River goes up against Grand Forks Central. The state tournament again will be Thursday, October the 7th through Saturday, October the 9th. That'll be at Jamestown. So that's a low look at your EDC boys soccer standings, your out-of-town scoreboard, and alongside of what's to come. Been a little rainy day in the Red River Valley. Currently some sprinkles coming back down right now in the stands. The one thing to make note of, you can play through the rain, especially with the turf. It's more about the lightning. As long as we are lightning free, we'll be game free as well. If there is a lightning strike anytime you have high school athletics, it's an automatic half-hour pause before that last lightning strike came down. So the good news is, especially with all the turf now in the Fargo-Moorhead area, everyone in terms of boys soccer and girls soccer plays on some type of turf. We were talking with the head coach of West Fargo earlier today, Andy Foss, and we were kind of saying, hey, the morning rain that came through, if you get it wet enough, back when you were playing on grass, you might have said, we're not going to play this game tonight. We'll move it to a different date because you don't want to rip up the field early on, especially before you get to the football season. Some teams are finally going to have their first home football game tomorrow night. So the rain is fine. You go from a couple days ago where it was in the 70s and humid. Today you kind of get your rain jacket on. Maybe you got a little hoodie,
and now you're battling the elements. If you're on the field, you don't mind that one bit. As you're taking a look on the screen, a 40-minute half, here we go. And for the Fargo North Spartans out in their dark blue uniforms with gold trim and a little gold across the front with the Spartan logo. For the West Fargo Packers in their all-white uniforms with the West Fargo Packer emblem on the right side of the shorts and the left side of the chest. Chase and Jerry with you here as we get ready to go, as the officials are doing one last check of the goals as they get set. And we'll officially get underway right when we're supposed to, just at about 7 o'clock here at Fargo North High School, home of the Spartans. EDC soccer tonight, one of these two teams again. We'll get back in the wing column. Fargo North takes the opening kick. As they do, they put it quickly down the field, and that'll roll out of bounds, and West Fargo will take possession of it. As the Packers will come out here with Putnam. Putnam set to throw in the far left quarter. There used to be a hill there when this was grass. As they went to turf, they took that little hill, very similar to the Houston Astros in center field in Major League Baseball. They took that away. Fargo North right now with possession, trying to dribble it up the near sideline is McGittrick Richards. Lost it for a moment, tries to get it back as the West Fargo Packers and North Spartans are jostling for position right now as they continue to handle it. As Fargo North will get it right back with McGettrick Richards. Little soft side to the left-hand side, and now we'll get it, and we'll have a foul. So for Fargo North, an opportunity here with a free kick as Max Watson, the sophomore defenseman, will give the Spartans an opportunity. Fargo North had to kind of chase the game a little bit against Fargo Davies back on Tuesday early, trying to flip the script here against West Fargo. This one gets into the box, opportunity for a head, but we do have offsides here on Fargo North. So the West Fargo Packers taking a look at their last couple of games, 4-1 loss against Red River. So far this season, 5 goals for, and they've given up 9 goals in their last 2 games, 11 total against the Packers so far in 5 contests this year. Fargo North trying to get it after the kick from the goaltender, but for West Fargo, they'll handle it up the far side. That's Ray. Ray gives it in the back as they work it around the back with a defenseman with Svenby. Now he has it in the middle as they work it up the field. As West Fargo will handle it with Gailey. Gailey loses possession as it goes into Branson. Branson continues to dribble it up the field, now leaves it to the back right to Dorsey. Dorsey up at center field here for the Fargo North Spartans as they work it to the right-hand side to Cody. Cody, a little give-and-go action. Left-handed kick up the field, stolen away for a second by West Fargo by Nasiri. Nasiri then gives it right back as West Fargo just pooches this one the opposite side to get out of some pressure. Currently scoreless in the opening 2.5 minutes between Fargo North and West Fargo. These two teams split last season. West Fargo Packers will handle it here as Fargo North gets it right back with Keelan. Keelan then goes to the right-hand side of McGittrick Richards, and then we have a foul on West Fargo. So we'll see if North goes quickly here on the free kick or if they'll set up something and try to get one into the box. Here's Max Watson on again for the sophomore. Here comes the right-footed boot. Nice kick as that one's going to go well into the box right-hand side as West Fargo does well to try to clear it, but they can't. Fargo North puts a shot on goal that's missed by James Lean. But an opportunity here for Fargo North early as we've seen a couple of opportunities come awry here for North, and West Fargo has to take a little bit of the defense right now, collect their breath together, and we'll see if they can get something going on the opposite half of the pitch. For West Fargo, as they handle it up the field, Musafiri gives it into the back now as it goes to the left-hand side. West Fargo Packers putting this one up the left-hand side of play with Semvi as it goes back to the goaltender for Fargo North. Currently scoreless for the Spartans. Their next contest will be on Tuesday at Grand Forks Central, and then be back on the road again at Fargo South on Thursday for next week. As the rain is starting to come down a little bit harder. There is a little bit of a crosswind here. And Fargo North will get ready to put this one back into the field of play. This one is an end-over-end kick. Gets to right about midfield and trying to head that one down for North is Gunnar Schwartz Now it goes the opposite end. Here comes Keelan. Keelan has a chance. Left-footed kick, and that's just going to continue to slice. And a shot on goal goes the opposite side. Maybe another opportunity there for Keelan just to get a nice little more touch on it and get one step closer to the box. But if you're Fargo North, you have to like the start of this game, as they were the team again on Tuesday against Fargo. Davies really playing the opposite way, trying to hang on and not give up a goal to Davies. Davies did get one late in that contest to take a 1-0 win. On the opposite side for West Fargo, trying to gain a little possession right now and give your goaltender a little break. This could help, an opportunity for a 2-on-3. Packers will handle it for a second, and we might get a foul. We do. Fargo North was trying to get the ball back on a tackle there from Charlie Anderson, the junior midfielder, as the Packers, when their teammates go down. As right now, Logan Hager will set to put this one in. West Fargo coming up off the turf. Musafiri Bernard, the junior midfielder, trying to walk that one off. Still scoreless, 5.5 minutes into this EDC boys contest tonight from Fargo North. This one into the box, headed away. That's by Khaled. Now it goes to the opposite side for Fargo North for a second, trying to get the ball back, as this one is still free, like going around a pinball match. This one booted down the other end, and an opportunity for North as they got a header on it, get the deflection, trying to continue with it, but West Fargo will come out with the goaltender and Matt Larson, but we are going to get a foul. You're going to see a little bit of an interference there, which impeded the North midfielder, and now all of a sudden you're going to have a chance for the Spartans with a great opportunity here for a free kick just over the box, and pretty much right in the center and a chance on goal. As you take a look at this one, it's going to be nearly 18 yards out from the box, at least from the end zone, so 28 yards. And we'll see what James Lean can do with this one. As West Fargo will build the wall with 3 defenders. And Lean puts the right foot a boot. A nice opportunity that misses just to left-hand side of the post. And Lean put a great one into that. Shots on goal so far. They haven't officially tested Larson in terms of making him make a save, but they have been peppering the goal early in this one. North trying to regain possession as West Fargo works with it in the back, and we will get a foul. This will be on Fargo North. West Fargo will put this one on the pitch as Whaley, the senior midfielder, will put this one up, and now it goes into the back to Charlie Anderson. Anderson crossing left to right, continues. Nice little fine back kick there by Fargo North, as West Fargo will handle it with Nasir. Nasir quickly the other end of the field, as West Fargo right now trying to battle with it is Musafiri. Musafiri lost it for a moment, regains, finds a man, that's Ray. Ray dribbling, looking for a through ball. North is there defensively, but it goes right back to West Fargo. Guy Fula puts it up, now to the top of the box, and we're going to get a foul here coming back the other way, and a yellow card. This one will be on Fargo North, and the yellow card will come on Gunnar Schwartz. The yellow card will come at the 32-26 mark of the first half. So the ref gave advantage and then finally blew it back to where the foul was committed, as Schwartz will get subbed out for, as coming into the game now will be Aiden, a freshman forward, here for the Spartans. And West Fargo now with their best opportunity. It'll be Hager gets ready for the free kick. Here comes the right-footed low kick that's going to splice through a couple of defenders right now. Fargo North and West Fargo on the far side of the field. Trying to continue with it. Sven V lost it for a moment. North passing it up the field. That'll get McGeetrick Richards. Little opportunity here. Little 3-on-3 through ball. Just can't find the man, but then it goes to the young into the game here for Fargo North, but then we get an offsides. The second of the contest here for the Spartans. Nearly 8.5 minutes into this EDC boys soccer match. Both teams trying to get a couple of points early in this month, as again you flip it over to September and you're just 4 weeks away from the end of the regular season. Boys soccer, girls soccer, a very quick sport, really about 10 weeks by the time you get into the actual competition and get your couple of practices in the state of North Dakota. Your live event will have another game coming up on September the 2nd against Fargo South with Fargo North at South at 7 p.m. For West Fargo, they'll be on your live event again on September the 7th, also against their rival, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Fargo North right now will put it into the play. Taking with it to the right-hand side is Lean. Lean trying to give a little give-and-go action, and West Fargo will gladly see it. We're on the sideline here as Putnam at the touchline will throw it back in. As he does, goes to Whaley. Looking for Whaley. Now Putnam will put it in. This one getting batted down for a moment as West Fargo tries to get some possession as they kick it up the field. North will give it right back, and the Packers trying to regain at midfield. Whaley will handle it there, leaves it off to Gailey. Gailey up the field as that one's going to go back to Whaley. Whaley gives it to the right-hand side. Gafool puts it in. That one's going to be crossed away. Fargo North trying to get it out of a dangerous zone there with Lean, and Lean lost it for a moment, trying to get around the West Fargo Pranish Gailey, the freshman midfielder. This one gets thrown into the box. West Fargo with the possession. Right-hand side is Hager. Hager will have that one poked away by James Lean, and West Fargo, ever so close of trying to get their first corner, will have a chance here to throw it back in with Putnam. As Putnam does, leaves it right-hand side. That one's going to go out of the field of play, and there is going to be the opportunity here for a corner. So the first corner of the contest for the West Fargo Packers is this one to the right-hand side where you see the baseball field in the background. Here's a left-footed kick into the box, and it's headed out well by Fargo North 2 times, and now they'll go the opposite way. McGeetrick Richards trying to relieve some pressure. He does, and then he gets a little shove in the back, loses possession, and a foul's called on West Fargo, and Fargo North will gladly reset. So the one time that West Fargo put some pressure on the Fargo North goaltender, all of a sudden they're able to get it out there with a couple of clean headers and now regain the possession the opposite way. 11 minutes into the first half, scoreless in this one. Goals have been hard to come by for both West Fargo and Fargo North as of late. For the Fargo North Spartans, scoreless in their last 2 contests as this one gets into the box and goes right to the goaltender here for the Packers. Matt Larson throws it up far side. Nice find as it's right in front of his bench on the opposite side. Fargo North trying to get it back, but here comes West Fargo. As the Spartans right now will have a little left-handed kick by Keelan. Keelan then loses it for a moment. Gafula will handle it as it goes all the way back to Watson. Maddox, the goaltender, sophomore, will have a high right-footed kick that goes right to midfield, headed there by Keelan to the West Fargo goal, and West Fargo will give it back to the opposite side here for a moment. Both teams trying to get the pressure, and West Fargo does. Trying to get that through ball, and this could be dangerous as they're looking for Ray. Ray into the box, puts a cross into that one, and just misses the far post. Best opportunity there, though, for Ray, the senior forward, and a nice find and through ball by Gailey as well. Pranish with an absolute beauty as that one had a chance for West Fargo. So far, one corner for the Packers. We've seen a couple shots on goal for both teams. North will have to will have to throw this one on the far side as that did not go for a goal kick. We'll have a couple of substitutions coming in for Fargo North as well. A little bit of a win coming from the right to left of the field in terms of where the players are standing if you're Fargo North looking at the West Fargo goal. On the mid-60s right now, and it has stopped raining for a moment compared to what it was just a few minutes ago. West Fargo trying to see a tackle there, and getting there was No Young, and now it goes the other side here for the Spartans. That's Lean, and Lean's going to get tackled right on top of the box here, and we're going to get an opportunity for Fargo North. So Lean and the Spartans will get another free kick here. They've had a couple so far in this contest. They've gotten 2 that went right into the box. Just missed an opportunity on the last free kick, very close to this same situation as this one will be about 10 yards out in front of the 18-yard box, and a chance here for Lean to put one on goal. Lean sees a 3-man wall. James able to get it through, and that one off the right fingertips of the goaltender, Matt Larson. Larson had to actually do something with that ball. Saw it kind of go right into the middle. Not too much movement, but still nice job by Aline to make Larson have to work for that one and put that one over the crossbar. All of a sudden now, you look at Fargo North, they go back to that left-hand corner as they'll have their second corner of the contest. And Lean will put this one back into the box. This one going to go to the middle and cleared away for a moment by the Packers. Now Fargo North gets it back, and just putting the left-footed kick and taken away a little bit was Musafiri. As North will throw it in. 15 minutes into this contest, still scoreless in EDC boys soccer here tonight, north side of Fargo. For more schedules, we're going to have a busy Friday night for high school football. Go to yourliveevent.com. Also check us out on Twitter and social media. This one into the box, cleared away for a moment. North tries to resend it, and the Musafiri was there to clear it away, only to see Fargo North again retain possession. If you look at the quality of chances in the opening 15 minutes, you'd have to love what you've seen so far from Fargo North if you're the head coach, Jace Duffield, in terms of what he's seen in this one and the sense of urgency coming out in the opening 15 minutes. As West Fargo, we're going to see an inadvertent handball, and that's going to go right back to Fargo North. And a guy that's kind of been targeting the zone is, again, the sophomore, James Lean. This one will be just to the outside of the box. We'll see if he goes for a goal. Instead, he tries to cross it over. A couple of players hit the pitch, and now for West Fargo, they'll clear it out yet again. Andrew Knutsvig, the freshman, will put this one out of play. And we'll have a substitution as Fargo North bring a couple of subs back in. Again with the yellow card, Gunnar Schwartz had that at the 32-26 mark of the first half. So Schwartz is coming in. Will be Almendinger, the sophomore midfielder. Schwartz comes back on as well. Part of the 2 of the 3 substitutions here for the Spartans. Starting to see in the distance to our west, the sun coming out, something a lot of us in the valley did not see today with the well-needed rain. Lawn starting to look a little bit more greener in and around North Dakota and Minnesota. Here comes the throw-in from the box, and that's going to be headed out by the Packers. Musafiri was there, seems to be everywhere as a defenseman, and a miss opportunity by North, and West Fargo trying to take advantage. Ray with it continues to dribble, and now we're going to get it called back as there was an advantage for a second, and then the official calls it back. 5 yards away from the center circle, and a chance here for a free kick for West Fargo. Logan Hager, the senior. We'll see what they can do as we're nearing the midway point of half number 1. Lights are on here. Right-footed kick. This one going to be a little trouble, and nicely coming out and grabbing it was Watson. Full head of steam, got both his left and right mid on that one, and the ball was going nowhere outside of into those gloves. Good job by Watson coming out playing that ball and not allowing West Fargo to get a little bit deeper and have a better chance at that one. Here comes a 3-on-3 opportunity. West Fargo able to get there with Eli Svenby. Now it goes the other way for the Packers. Packers trying to put some pressure on Watson in goal. Instead, Fargo North, a little different thought, as the Packers were able to give the ball back away to Branson, who then left it right-hand side to Almendinger, and then it went out of play. So we're going to have a substitution here for the West Fargo Packers, as Advin will check in, a freshman defender. As Mucic will come into this one. West Fargo with Mucic will have this. Fargo North right now. Lost it for a moment. West Fargo regains possession. As they do, they put this one into the box. And there was Watson. Nothing really there on the cross for West Fargo. Just kind of ran out of real estate on the near side. Put one on the box, and you never know. Just maybe a misplay or a mishit by Watson. You might find yourself in an advantageous situation instead. Fargo North clears it out. West Fargo now at midfield, and this one will go out of play. Was it off the deflection or not? It was not. Last touched off of West Fargo's Whaley, the senior. Fargo North trying to end a drought from 2010, the last time they made a state tournament. For West Fargo, finished third last season at state in boys soccer. Packers trying to clear this one away. This one, Lionel, we have a little touch foul. This one will be on Almendinger as Fargo North will handle it back. West Fargo Packers, the last decade, treated them well. 4 state titles in 2010, 14, 16, and 18. They're the last team from the East to win a state championship are the Packers. On the opposite side for Fargo North, a little history. The first time that there was a sanctioned tournament in high school boys soccer was 1995, and the Fargo North Spartans won that back in 95. West Fargo right now gonna see a foul, and thought it was gonna go towards Fargo North. Instead it goes to West Fargo. And the West Fargo Packers right now will put this one back into play. Musa Fury, Bernard, right at midfield. They'll leave it back as they handle it there with Eli Svenby, the sophomore. As it's 1943 and counting left to play here in half number 1. Still scoreless between Fargo North and West Fargo. This one up to the box, but official did not give the clear for play, so they'll have to redo it yet again. I'd like to thank our sponsors for bringing you high school athletics. Again, make sure you check out our broadcast for upcoming games tomorrow night. We're going to have the I-29 rivalry trophy game with Northern Cass and Fargo Oak Grove. Joe Morgan will be on the call here on YourLiveEvent.com at 7. Will Thompson will be on the call of Lisbon and Park River area. Fortville Lincoln down in Lisbon for high school football tomorrow night, also at 7 o'clock. Here comes the right-footed end-over-end kick into the box. Headed up there by Fargo North. Taking a hard hit down to the deck was Khaled, who comes up, looks to be all right. And West Fargo on the far side will have a chance to throw this one into the box. Knutsvig will have a chance, might get a substitution before then, as West Fargo and Fargo North will both make a sub. Tara Wally will check in. Ibrahim Jr., Tara Wally, the junior forward for West Fargo, will check into the contest. Sokolovsky Logan, the senior forward, will check in here for West Fargo. For Fargo North. For West Fargo, coming into the game, Tara Wally puts that one on goal, and was Watson ready for it. As Watson puts the right-footed kick, a little miss hit. Takes a bounce, though, past a Packer forward. And now West Fargo looking the other end. That's Ray. Ray trying to find a little distance. Gets on top of the box. Left-footed kick. Missing to the near part of the right post. And for the Fargo North Spartans, they'll regain possession all of a sudden early in the contest. Fargo North with the ample opportunities. Last couple minutes, a little bit better play by West Fargo on the offensive side in terms of possession and having the chance at this one. We do get a handball, though, after the goalie kick, and Fargo North play through a little bit of sunlight coming through the trees. Put this one back into play. It's going to be Watson. Just over the center field line. Right-footed kick. This one going to go over a couple of Fargo North Spartans and West Fargo Packers looking left-hand side down to Almendinger's way, but really good boot there by Matt Swanson. We've seen that a couple of times, able to get it right into the box and even possibly into the goal area here for Fargo North. For the West Fargo Packers, they'll handle it with Matt Larson, the senior goaltender. As we do get another substitution as Charlie Anderson, the junior midfielder for the Spartans, comes on. West Fargo right now. Put this one, and you got a pair of Packers running into each other. And the official will call for a quick timeout as Tara Wally just ran into Logan Hager. Tarawali, to put it bluntly, he would be really a fine player in a rugby. He's got that kind of rugby frame and body, and someone, maybe a middle linebacker in football, that you would not want to see. And getting the brunt of that one was Logan Hager, his own teammate. They put it back in, and they give it back to their goaltender. Now they handle it up, and a little miscommunication as Fargo North will almost take advantage. Nasiri handles it up the near side, trying to get it back. We're going to have the deflection. Nice job by Fargo North. Young able to get the ricochet, and now for the Spartans, they'll throw it in on the near side. Owen Branson gives it back to center field here for the Spartans. And we're going to get a foul, just a little bit of the shove, and with the extension of the forearm, Tarawali. And now here's an opportunity for Fargo North again, and another free kick. This one about 20 yards away from the top of the 18-yard box, and coming back on is Max Watson. We'll see what kind of set play the Spartans can run here and maybe get someone running towards the goal and put one on. Max Watson, nice kick, end over end. That's going to go just at the crossbar. The question is, did Matt Larson hit it or not? And Matt Larson put his right hand up there, then put it back down saying, I didn't touch anything. And for West Fargo, they'll be able to get the goal kick. Nice job by Watson again on those free kicks here tonight, really giving Fargo North opportunities, which is what you want, put into the box and force the goaltender to make a play on something, as West Fargo gives it the other end. Heading that one up the far side is Ray Wallen. And West Fargo will quickly throw it back in, Eli Svenby. West Fargo with a little hesitation. We do have a foul on the far side as the Packers will allow this one to get closer to center field. Coming up at the half, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard, preview again what's upcoming tomorrow night on your live event. Little 9-man football action, Enderlin Maple Valley and Finley Sharon Hope Page. That'll be down in Enderlin, North Dakota at 7 o'clock on yourliveevent.com as well. Also, re-catch all the games, and you can watch them live for free on YouTube. This one put on the box and put on play. Fula was able to put that one there and force Watson to get down to a knee and save that shot on goal. And Watson puts this one back. This one at the center field. Fargo North trying to bring it down. Might have got an inadvertent trip, and West Fargo's got a man down right now, Logan Hager. Hager at the Spartan logo. Now we'll give it to left-hand side with Ray for the Packers. Ray, great pass to left-hand side. Here comes Tarawali with a head full of steam. Tarawali leaves it to the back. Gafula will put this one on goal, but missing to the right-hand side. Good opportunity there for the Packers as they had some numbers move forward. 4 Packers to 5 Spartans. Spartans defense holds as we're still scoreless. Henry McGon will come into the game for the Fargo North Spartans. Henry, a junior midfielder. Moggin, will check in. Here comes the goal kick from Watson. Tarawali cares all over the field right now in terms of his ability. Great little pass that gets through Logan Hager on the far side. Hager with the dribble, crossing it over, trying to get it in the box. Fargo North is going to be there, and then we will get a foul here on Kisher Ray. Thinking back a little bit of the history between these two teams, again split last season. North lost to West Fargo at home, but then returned the favor at West Fargo, winning 1-0 on September the 17th. And the way this game is going, might find that same situation. Regular season, if it ends in a tie after 80 minutes of regulation play, that's what you get as a tie and 1 point in the standings. This one batted down by Fargo North, almost got a facial as they go the opposite side here for the Spartans. Spartans trying to go on the counter as they leave it back, but West Fargo is there. Gafula will have it to the right-hand side to Anderson now for the Spartans. Fargo North plays it back, and they just get a nice little deflection out of play. Owen Branson, smart there. So John Gafula coming to him and able to put this one in off the toss. Headed up the field West Fargo has it for a second. Now it's going to go right-hand side to Keelan. Keelan right wing, as that's going to go to Sokolowski to the right side, and Fargo North loses possession. West Fargo trying to dribble their way up, and we do have a foul. As North will commit the foul. That'll be against and on Eli Svenby for West Fargo as he hit the deck. And Svenby now will put this one back in on the free kick. About 10 minutes to play here in half number 1. West Fargo and Fargo North currently scoreless here in EDC boys soccer. Here comes the right-footed boot. Finds a teammate just outside the box. West Fargo leaves it left-hand side, and unenforced error. Talking to both of these teams' coaches a little bit earlier today, and again, Andy Voss for West Fargo and Jace Duffield for Fargo North. They just said some of the mistakes they've made in a couple of their last games are more mental mistakes in terms of they were there where they're supposed to be with their formation. It was just maybe a miss hit, a missed kick, or just a missed assignment, and it was more mental. When you talk about a week that is in boys soccer, you play for the majority of the game if you're a starter. Kind of Wednesday is an opportunity to get a little bit of a day off, and then maybe Thursday back to the game again, or you get to practice. It's a quick week with games mostly in the EDC on Tuesday and Thursday nights. Fargo North will throw it back in. 9:55 and counting left here in this first half. As Fargo North looking to throw it in, lost a little bit of possession. Now they'll get a redo here with Keelan. Keelan with it up the far side. Keelan, nice little dribbling expo, and then lost it for a moment as it goes back. Branson tracks it down. Branson looking up the field. Nice little left-handed find, and for the West Fargo Packers, they'll regain possession. Whaley with a great through ball. Gafula will handle it. Crosses right to left, gets it in the box, and that one's going to get kicked out, and it'll be a corner here for the West Fargo Packers, their second of the contest. West Fargo will handle it to the right-hand side, and coming into the box, Muchichi, wearing the neon shoes. Here comes a left-footed kick by the Packers. That one is going to be just outside the goal box, and a chance here, and that'll be another goal kick. Last touch there by Fargo Norris, Ray Wallen, the sophomore defenseman. So West Fargo will get their fourth corner kick of this Thursday night. Packers, Andrew Knutsvig, the freshman, goes from one side to the opposite side. This one is going to be headed away, and Knutsvig will have another opportunity at this one. Lays it back to the near side. Gafula puts this one on net, and Maddox Watson was there for the Spartans. The Spartans again 0-3 in EDC play, looking for their first point. West Fargo is 0-2-1 with currently 1 point and tied for sixth. West Fargo 3 points away from that final top four spot, while West Fargo is 3 points and Fargo North is 5 points away right now, as they're chasing down both South and Shanley, currently with 4 points early in the EDC regular season. Again, top four teams make it to Jamestown in the state tournament. Davies and Red River currently tied for first. And then you have Cheyenne and South and Shanley at 3, and then tied for fourth respectively, South and Shanley. North with an opportunity here up the field. See, it was last deflected off of, and they'll say it was last touch by a Spartan. So West Fargo will throw it in on the touch line. Just over 7 minutes to play here in half number 1, as we'll have a couple of substitutions back into the contest. For Fargo North, we're going to see James Lean return. Lean again dangerous on set pieces with that right-footed kick in terms of what he can do with the soccer ball, and only a sophomore. West Fargo and North right now battling out to a scoreless game in this first half. We'll have an advantage play here by the Spartans. Fargo North, right-hand side. McGettrick Richards trying to get it in, but it was taken away. Fargo North then will cross it into the box. Opportunity. There's a header and there's a goal. Fargo North gets on the board. 6:30 left to play here in half number one. That goal courtesy of Gunnar Schwartz, who gets the goal. And Fargo North takes a 1-0 lead. Schwartz will put that in again, playing with a yellow card early in this first half, but finds the back of the net. And an absolutely beauty of a cross that came in, and Schwartz was able to finish it with the header. 6:30 left to play here in the first half as Fargo North has a 1-0 lead against the West Fargo Packers. And now a chance here for North to try to regain the lead. But as you say, sometimes in hockey and soccer, goals tend to come in pairs, and we'll see if Fargo North can add to that lead, or will West Fargo possibly tie the game at 1. West Fargo right now with the possession as they handle it in the box, trying to cross it over as they do. Nice job by North on the back end there to get it away. North right now up the far side with Charlie Anderson. Now it goes to McGeetrick Richards, and this one will get tapped away, and we might have a substitution coming in. But quickly before then, West Fargo gets it back, going the other way. This one headed into the box. Look out. Good job by Keelan to clear the pressure there with the header. West Fargo, right-hand side, Whaley. Whaley, left-handed kick, trying a little give-and-go action, gets the ball back, puts it back into the net, and a chance that goes missed, but a good opportunity there as the West Fargo Packers bringing in Eddie Galvin, the junior forward, into the contest. Just going to get enough of that ball with the header to really put some pressure there on Watson in the goal for Fargo North. Fargo North now a chance for a second one as this one comes up. McGeetrick Richards, left-footed kick, just misses the left post. Oh, an opportunity there for Fargo North quickly on the opposite side of the counter. Again, just some mental errors there by the Packer defense, and just little things that Coach Voss kind of talked about earlier in the contest as part of our pregame when we were able to talk with both coaches a little bit off air. Andy said, hey, you know what, we've been in some games, but you look at the scores, it's just been more one or two mental lapses or just little things that we can correct, and that will go a long way and make the team a little bit better from a score standpoint. And West Fargo, by all means, very much in this contest. Just right now you get that one goal, and if you're the Packers and Coach Voss, you're just holding on to say, hey, let's not get down by 2 before the half. For West Fargo right now, a chance on the counter the other way as they handle the possession, as they give it to the far side here. West Fargo with the left-footed kick, taken down by Nathaniel Khaled. Khaled then will leave it right-hand side as Fargo North with Schwartz, and we're going to get a foul call here. And this one might go against the bench potentially of West Fargo, and it is. It's going to be a yellow card to the bench of West Fargo. They wanted a foul on that last possession there for the Packers, didn't get it, and the bench will get carded. So that is going to be the second yellow card of the contest, one against North and one against West Fargo, and that'll be on the bench for the yellow card that comes at the 3:34 mark here in this first half. North puts the cross back into the box, and just seeing it go out of play will be West Fargo's goaltender in Matt Larson, the senior. West Fargo Packers, their next contest will be on Tuesday at home against Fargo Shanley at 7 p.m. from Essentia Health Packers Stadium. For the Fargo North Spartans, their next contest also on Tuesday at Grand Forks Central. West Fargo chasing the ball down to the far right corner, trying to let it either get out of play or regain possession, and they'll just kind of alleviate some pressure there. Nasiri. Fargo North right now will handle it, trying to get it on top of the box. Cross. West Fargo was there. Afula to the back right-hand side. Jonas Femby, the younger brother of Eli. And now Fargo North will get the possession. Coming up at the half, we'll recap what happened in this first half of play. Take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard with any scores across the EDC and get you ready for a weekend filled of North Dakota athletics. Minnesota not too far away with the Minnesota State Fair starting this week. Fargo North will leave it in the box as they handle it. West Fargo trying to retain the ball, but right now Fargo North on the far side. Packers get the ball right back. Nice job there by Eli Svenby. Just kind of magnet towards the ball. Now they handle it the other way. Logan Hager. Hager quickly up the other end. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity for the Packers if they can corral the soccer ball as Gafula has a chance. A through ball. Here it comes now to Hager. Hager trying to get it across. He can, and Fargo North does a really good job to track down the defender and then put a little 2-on-1 action, and Schwartz goes the other way. Schwartz with it, working right to left across your screen. Schwartz trying to cross it over. We'll see Fargo North. They're still onside, far left side. McDietrich Richards. Richards goes horn into the box, and we're going to get a corner. Fargo North will get the corner, as this one will be to the left-hand side with just over 80 seconds left to play here on the opening half. Spartans up by 1, and maybe one last goal of a chance here for either club here late in the first half. James Lean will put this one back to the left-hand side. He's been able to kind of camp out there a couple times here tonight, as getting just a slight rain coming back down on the field of play. Here comes the cross in, headed out. Fargo North trying to keep it in the box. This one cleared away, and now with 50 seconds left to play, Alex Flores lost it into the West Fargo bench. So West Fargo, we'll see what they can do quickly with it, as they'll have to go 3/4 of the field in under 35 seconds and try to put one on goal and challenge Watson. Instead, Fargo North just trying to boot it down the other end and take a 1-0 lead into the half. West Fargo right now, that'll be with Hager. Hager at the center field line, gets it up the field. Fargo North able to clear it a little bit. Nice relief on the pressure. And we're going to have a offsides call on the far side here. This will be on Fargo North. And that's going to end our first half of play right now, as the Fargo North Spartans will go into the half up 1-0. Thanks to a Schwartz goal with 6:30 left to play in the first half, Fargo North leads the West Fargo Packers in EDC Boys Soccer. A halftime show is coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to YourLiveEvent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Fargo North High School. Chase Miller, you got Jerry running the camera. Part of two new members to the ever-expanding Your Live Event network here. And it's going to be a lot of fun coming up this weekend. Again, we have a couple of games for you for high school football. Joel Moore going to be on the call in downtown Fargo. If you've never been to Fargo Oak Grove on the banks of the Red River, it is a really good, fun setting to watch high school football. Sometimes they can't even play there in the fall because the Red River is overflowing because of all the saturation from the spring and the summer, but not so much since we've kind of been on the more drier side in the Red River Valley. Fargo Oak Grove against Northern Cass in the traveling I-29 trophy. That'll be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Also at 7 o'clock in Enderlin. If you haven't been down to Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, it is a great ballpark that they also use as a multi-set for football, as you'll see in some of the smaller places. The train tracks go right behind center field, but you're going to be playing 9-man football there. Finley, Sharon, Hope Page trying to get to 2-0 after a nice win down in Fairmount last week against the Tri-State Tigers. While Enderlin Maple Valley, they may be surprised some people in terms of how close they played against Cavalier. That's nothing against Coach Hoots and the Falcons program. It's just Cavalier has been that good of a program the last decade, or really the last couple decades in North Dakota. So you got Enderlin Maple Valley and Finley, Sharon, Hope Page in Enderlin. Derek will be on the call for you on that one. That should be a good contest. And then also Will Thompson will have the call of Park River area, Park River, Fortville, Lankin, the Aggies going up against the Lisbon Broncos. You talk about a team in Lisbon, had to go up against the defending champs who they lost to in Langdon area, Edmore Munich, in the championship game last year in Class A. And now it's 11B, again, high school football in North Dakota reclassified itself. Still 4 classes, but 2B, one is 9-man, one is 11-man, and then you have 2A, 11A, and 11AA. Best way to think about it is if you're playing soccer and volleyball in Class A, you're playing Class A football teams. If you're playing volleyball and basketball against Class B competition, you're playing football against Class B competition. But some football games we have for you coming up on Friday, and then back at it again on Monday. Our first high school volleyball match of the season. Joel Morgan and Jerry will be out in Tower City, Barnes County North, against the newly formed co-op, the Maple River Raiders. So it's going to be Maple Valley and Hope Page. Finley, Sharon, Hope Page is playing football as a co-op, but then they're splitting off, and Hope Page is going to be part of Maple Valley, and they're going to be called the Maple River Raiders. So we'll test you all of that and see what you know again on postgame. No, we're just kidding. At the half here again, 1 goal thanks to Cody Schwartz. Schwartz scored it with 6:30 left to play in the first half, and it was a great one. He got a great cross almost at center field that came in from the midline, and then Schwartz just put the noggin right to the soccer ball and able to get it past the goaltender of West Fargo, and that is a beauty, and really it's been the highlight of the game. There's been some opportunities for Fargo North. They've had a number of corner kicks. James Lean as well has put a number of great opportunities here. West Fargo goaltender getting a little peppered in Matt Larson on the opposite side. West Fargo's used a little bit of the counter at times to put some pressure on Watson, but they really haven't had that great look that they've had to make Watson really make an adjustment one way or another and have him jump to his left or his right from his feet. So there's still 40 minutes of soccer left to get played. Again, a win, you get 3 points in the EDC standings, and both these teams desperately need points after 3 games. North with 0, West Fargo currently with 1. If you tie, you get a point, and if you lose, you get the big old goose egg and a chance to take the weekend, regroup a little bit, and get back on the pitch on Tuesday. For more information on your live event broadcasts, go to yourliveevent.com. You can check out the upcoming schedules again for your area towns and teams. We got a number of places in both North Dakota and Minnesota with exclusive deals, or you can check out again Hillsborough Central Valley football. They're going to be on the road at Kindred. That'll be on our parent sister station and our company of KRJB Radio on Friday night. So there's a lot of stuff to get to. And again, Minnesota is just days away now as you start looking at it once their schedule gets going in the fall. Whether it's soccer, volleyball, football, we got you covered. Same for the winter. Hockey, wrestling, basketball, and then the spring, we'll let Mother Nature kind of decide on that point. At the half, it's the Fargo North Spartans up by 1 over the West Fargo Packers. We're back after this with second half action. You're listening to EDC Boys Soccer.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
Back at Fargo North High, Fargo North 1, the West Fargo Packers scoreless. We'll see what the second half brings to us, as West Fargo currently with 3 corner kicks, the same with the Fargo North Spartans. Shots on goal, pretty even apiece, 5 for North, 4 for West Fargo. Here comes West Fargo off the second half kick as they try to get a quick one across. Fargo North well defended there. Spartans right now, and with that 1-goal lead, we'll see how aggressive they're going to be to try to add on to that second goal, or do they just hunker down defensively and defend? Fargo North right now will get just a little bit of an offsides on the near sideline with Jake Allmendinger. With Gunnar Schwartz. Allmendinger, the sophomore, wearing number 9. Schwartz, the senior, wearing number 10. Up the near side, and for the Fargo North Spartans, break a scoreless streak since August 17th. The last 2 games they were held scoreless, so first goal for them again since August the 17th. West Fargo puts this one into play as the Spartans will handle it, and they'll just clear some pressure. Good job by Colty. Scannon able to relieve the pressure as he has a chance to do it yet again. Fargo North gets the possession just off the foot then of Colty's, and here comes Hager, and Hager is going to get a foul call there. This one will be on Kobe Keeland, and for the West Fargo Packers, a chance at a free kick. Eli Svenby will have this one, and we'll see if he can put it into the box. We saw from Fargo North with Max Watson a couple of times in this first half going this direction with the field, able to get it right to that 18-yard box, no problem. Here comes Eli Svenby as he puts the right-footed kick into this one. Might have been a little bit of a miss-hit as Fargo North easily able to clear that one. And now it's going to be Fargo North with the possession. Gunnar Schwartz quickly runs up the field as they're going to toss it back, and Schwartz and Colty just kind of look at each other as Colty's was going about 101 miles per hour trying to beat the West Fargo defense down, but Schwartz goes, hey, man, I got to give it back to where it kind of rolled out. So North then we'll give it right back here to West Fargo. 1-0. 37 minutes left to play in regulation as we're into the second half now of this contest on your live event. As Fargo North will handle it here to the left-hand side. Put it in the box and cleared away from West Fargo from Tarawali. Goes into the Fargo North bench. Jay Stuffield, the head coach there for Fargo North, giving it back to one of his players as they put it in play. Packers a miss hit there. Fargo North puts it in the middle on this one. Trying to run it down before it goes out of bounds on the sideline is Charlie Anderson. He does. This one gets back into the box. A chance there, a missed on the header by Schwartz. Kind of had the goaltender there, Matt Larson, in limbo in 50-50 land, and Larson missed the original one, but able to get the save, and now West Fargo on the counter going the other way with Ray. Ray up the far side, and North able to play a little defense there with Khaled. Ray will inbound this one to Tarawali off the throw. Ray showing some dribbling skills on the far side, lost it in front of his bench, and Fargo North now will handle it. The question here when you're North is, when do you protect that one-goal lead in terms of the time? You still want to play aggressive. Don't want to give West Fargo the possession and ample opportunities, but when do you start bearing down the hatchets a little bit defensively? Both teams running a little bit more of a 3-5-2 formation here tonight. North puts this one up as it goes back the other way. Left-footed kick goes right back to a Packer toe. West Fargo right-hand side with Ray. This one will go out of play. As Ray looks to put this one back in as he does to Hager. Hager back to Ray. Ray trying to find a little crease. Gets the ball right back. Here comes Ray at the goal line and a chance right at the top of the box. One of the better shots or pressures that we've seen on Watson, who had to go down to the turf and save that one. As he did, first shot on goal in the second half is saved by Watson for Fargo North. West Fargo again down by 1 as the Packers, their last couple of games, 2 losses and a tie in their last 3. Fargo North will handle it to the left-hand side again with Watson. Sophomore goaltender. Been a little busy in the last 60 seconds of play. Gets this one. West Fargo trying to get the possession, but Fargo North now will handle it. Little through ball as that one's going to get chased down right at the center field line. Reese Dorsey there. Reese Dorsey, we'll see if we have a foul or who was it last off of. It will be off of Dorsey, and West Fargo will handle it. This one now for the Packers as Hager will handle it. Hager looking down, able to get by a man. Then we pick up a foul here, and Hager's going to get taken to the deck right between the top of the 18-yard box and the circle at center field. Official tonight having a quick conversation with the North defenseman and Charlie Anderson, and we'll have a chance at a free kick here for West Fargo. Saw this a couple times for Fargo North going this direction in the first half in a very similar spot on the field. West Fargo with the senior, Logan Hager. See a 3-man wall. Right-footed kick goes right into the wall. Hager with it, gets the ball down this time, and West Fargo try to control it. Knutsvik leaves it left-hand side. West Fargo there. Fayu loses it for a moment. Hager now with it. Has it with 2 Spartans. Good dribbling right now as Hager tries to go on the interior. Leaves it back to the defenseman. That's with Senvi. Senvi puts it in the box, and it goes right to the goalie here for Fargo North and Maddox Watson. 6.5 minutes into the second half of play. Still a 1-0 game. Fargo North with the advantage. Try to win their second straight contest against West Fargo after winning the last game last season against the Packers. This one goes up the far side. Fargo North. Left-footed kick. This one goes to the center part of the field. West Fargo with the header on the right-hand side. Nasiri Fargo North with a little through ball. West Fargo with a chance, and we're going to get a foul here. This will be on the Spartans. Musafiri hit the deck. Fargo North with the foul. West Fargo with the quick play here. Still onside. They get the ball across. And this one going to get headed down, but then the Spartans were there on the back end of the line. West Fargo to the right-hand side. This will be with Ray. Ray sees this one go out of play, and we're going to get a substitution to check back into the contest for Fargo North. Looks like Nathaniel Khaled will return. And that'll be Alex Flores, Flores will check in, the senior defenseman. And we're going to have a foul here, and a little bit of a delay as well, as Fargo North will get it back. And now we're going to get the officials to have a conversation as they come across. Clock will stop with 31:49 left to play in regulation. And we're going to get a yellow card coming here against the Packers. This would be on Ray. Ray with a little bit of the adjustment there after the play got done. Might have got caught with a little bit of a push. So that'll be the second yellow card of the game for West Fargo. The first one on the bench with 3:34 left to play in the first half. You have had 3 yellow cards total, 1 against Fargo North, 2 against West Fargo. And the Spartans right now with the lead, but they see the Packers will throw it in. West Fargo makes a substitution. As checking into the contest, Jonas Femby. This one will get thrown into the box. Fargo North has to delicately handle it as they do. Nice job, Watson, and you got the defenseman coming back. Here comes West Fargo. Hager putting on a little bit of a dribbling show. Lost possession for West Fargo. They regain it with Gafu. Puts it in, and they'll just see this one go for a corner kick. So corner kick on the far right side, just in front of the concession stands here at Fargo North High. As Class 11A and 11AA get underway officially tomorrow night. There is a game out in western North Dakota for high school football. Here comes the cross in, headed away by Fargo North, and West Fargo will regain possession. They'll try to get it back into the box as they do, high end over end, as that is going to get headed out, and this will be a goal kick for the Spartans. So 10 minutes have came off the clock here in the second half, and still the same score as we saw at the halftime, 1-0. Fargo North with the advantage. Fargo North on the season, 8 goals for, 6 against for West Fargo, 5 goals for, and 11 against. Here comes the goal kick from Watson. This play there by Hager. Here comes the head. Schwartz with a chance for Fargo North. Now this one going to be kept alive as the last going to be deflected. They're going to say it's going to West Fargo, and now they'll say it is to Fargo North. They're going to say last one off of Musafiri, as North will throw this one in, as they do, headed away by West Fargo for a second. Then here comes the right-footed boot by Tarawali. Fargo North will handle it as they do to the near side and just out of play. Coltis. Now it's with West Fargo. West Fargo looking for the throw down the near side. Gafula finds Hager. Hager dribbling, looking for a teammate on the run. Goes behind. Hager puts this one near the box, and we're going to get a foul here as Hager hits the deck hard, and this one might be a card as well, and it is. It is the second yellow card here on Fargo North. This one will be on the tackle, McGeetrick Richards, and this will be just outside the box. So this will be the second one on Fargo North, 4 total in this contest. This will come with the 29-15 mark left to play here in this second half. This game just 64 minutes old. We have a couple of the players, as you can see on the screen, talking back and forth with each other right now, and now just a chance for West Fargo with this free kick to tie this one up. Musa Fury, the junior midfielder, just to the edge of the 18-yard box, as the official will walk off the North defender and Reese Dorsey 10 yards away. The goaltender, Max Watson, pointing him into a certain spot where he can't take the post. Here comes the kick, a line drive kick headed away, and then Fargo North off the ricochet will leave it up the field and continue to keep with it. They relieve some pressure, and then a great job by Schwartz hitting the deck with the tackle. And Fargo North, a little defense right now, and even you see Musa Fury kind of going up a little bit. West Fargo will handle the throw. As they do, Hager tries to get it chested down back to the turf. Fargo North clears it. West Fargo right now with a little pressure. Here comes Schwartz going all the way to the goaltender. And the goaltender, Hager, able to get it back into the center part of the field. West Fargo, Tarawali looking for a teammate, finds one in Svenby. And then this one goes right off the face of No Long, Aiden, as that one's going to be a tough one, as we're going to have an official's timeout and also probably an injured substitution, as Aiden will check out. Fargo North will make the substitution. Sokolowski will check back into the contest. West Fargo puts this one back into play. North will head it out. And West Fargo on the touch line here will put it back in. As they'll handle it with Svenby. Eli throws just outside the box. And Fargo North, as this one's going to go all the way back to the goaltender, and Watson has to relieve a little bit of pressure. West Fargo up the field, and that one goes right out of play, right into the Packer bench and the assistant coach. Packers look to get this one back in. As they do, they have some numbers here, a little 4-on-4 if they can go quickly. This one, Musafari will hand it. Musa Fury puts on a little bit of a dribbling expose as he handles it. Tries to cross it through. Here comes Hager, a right-footed kick, and that one just misses the side. Good job by Watson as it comes off the turf there, and Watson had to play that one and just make sure he got enough of a hand or an arm on that one to bring it to the side, as it is now a corner kick for the West Fargo Packers. As this one comes into the box, North with the header out to relieve the pressure. Then it comes back in by Tarawali for a moment. Then North, this one will come off the back of Hager's head, and West Fargo puts it back in the middle. Packers will handle it with Knutsvig. Now it goes left-hand side in the box. Packers applying a little bit more pressure here in this second half, as they're just going to have a miss hit there by John Gafua. And right now, Fargo North, it goes back to what you're talking about. Anytime you're leading in the second half, as the Packers will make one substitution. Fargo North will bring 4 new Spartans into the field of play. But again, how aggressive do you want to be, and what do you change a little bit when you're the team trailing compared to the team leading? If you're the team trailing, you're going to put more players in the box, have a chance to run some more guys at the goaltender and try to take advantage of maybe a miscue on the opposite side. You're going to have a chance, and we're going to get a yellow card here against the West Fargo Packers. John Nagula, or is this one against Fargo North? We'll see what the talk is in. And we're going to get a man that's booked up here, and that's going to be the 3rd yellow card for Fargo North. A little bit of a delayed yellow card by Reese Dorsey. So the second one of the half for Fargo North, and the second one in 3.5 minutes. So Dorsey with a little bit of an unsportsmanlike there with 26:40 left to play in the second half. fifth yellow card of the game when you saw North and Davies play back on Tuesday. Well, fairly more of a clean contest. 1-0 was the score, but didn't have to really worry to revert to any yellow or red cards. Here comes Watson with the goal kick. And Fargo North will handle it in the back as they do for a second. Now West Fargo with the possession as they handle it. Gafua trying to bring it through. We'll see if he finds a teammate on the run. Crosses it to the right-hand side. As that's going to be to Tarawali. Tarawali goes back to Gaiafula. Looks for another Packer. Musafiri to the left-hand side. Kunzvik to the middle. Tarawali. Tarawali leaves it to Hager. Hager, one of the longest points that West Fargo's held possession in this contest. Hager leaves it, throw a through ball. Chance for West Fargo to cross. Here it comes, deflected by North. Here comes the header. Just missing to the right-hand side for West Fargo. Could have been potentially our second header of the contest. Nasiri there with a great look to the right-hand side, just inside the box. And a chance goes awry here for the Packers, but you can kind of just tell that West Fargo's controlling the game a little bit more here in the last 5 to 7 minutes. Again, North trying to hold on where West Fargo's trying to apply the pressure here as we're getting close to the midway point of the second half. And after deflection, West Fargo will regain possession. Spartans up 1-0 right now. West Fargo will handle the free kick. A chance for the Packers. Here comes the right-footed boot. This one in the box and headed away by Fargo North. Tarawali puts the right kick into this one over the crossbar, and a chance for a goal kick now for the Spartans. Fargo North trying to improve to 1-2-1 in the 1-3 in the EDC, trying to get their first 3 points of this season in conference play. For West Fargo, a win for them would improve them to 1-2-1, and at this point, if they can just tie the game up, they would get their second tie and their second point of conference play. As this one goes across, and we've really seen on your screen more the left-hand side of your screen being used up, or the north edge of this soccer field, especially in the last handful of minutes. But North with a little chance on a counter here. Let's see if they can get that through ball in. That's going all the way back to the goaltender, and having it come out there was Larson. As it does, North right now trying to see if they can get at least a little bit of possession and allow their goaltender Watson to take a quick little breather. West Fargo back with the touch line. Ray will have the over-the-head throw back into the field of play. As Ray gets another opportunity at this one. Something a little different here with some of the other sports that you would see with basketball and hockey, for example. Soccer, all regular season. No postseason conference tournament in the East. They do have a WDA tournament out in the West. Fargo North get the ball back as they handle in the backhand side. That's going to be with Cody. Keeland loses it. West Fargo going the other way. This one just gets through and cleared by the North Spartans. Max Watson able to clear that one. And West Fargo quickly, I can just feel it. Just one good cross, one good hit, a chance to tie this at 1. Fargo North right now playing a little bit on their heels, but again, more importantly, up on the scoreboard by a goal. This one gets headed away, back to the right-hand side. That one's going to go to Ray. Ray lost it for a moment, and here comes Fargo North. Spartans will handle it with McGeetrick Richards up the other end. This one is booted back. And McGeetrick Richards a chance at this one. He'll handle it. It's a little 3-on-3. McGeetrick Richards trying to get through the Packer defense. Gets this one into the box. Nice job by the West Fargo Packers. But here comes Fargo North, and a little cross that goes awry there by Maugan. And this one is going to be out of play and to the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo with Svenby Eli. This header going to go to Khaled. Fargo North with it right back. And that one will go out of play. And after the cross there by Flores, and a chance here for West Fargo. No substitutions coming in with 21 minutes and counting left in regulation. Lone goal by Mr. Schwartz. Back with 6:30 left to play in the first half. Gunnar Schwartz, the senior midfielder for the Spartans. West Fargo right now seeing a little bit of pressure on their own end. Hager loses it for a moment. Fargo North gets the ball. As they're looking in the middle, nice touch pass to Charlie Anderson. Anderson leaves it left-hand side. Now it goes to Keelan. Keelan back to the middle, McGeetrick Richards. Anderson tries to collect it, can't. Now it's to Hager for West Fargo. Good job, though, by Nathaniel Khaled as they get the ball back for the Spartans. Far side, McGeetrick Richards sees it go off the shoe of West Fargo Packer defenseman Desire, and it's going to be with the Fargo North Spartans. This one will be thrown in by North. As we're looking into the box, this one is kicked high up in the air. 50-50 ball is going to be poked out by the goaltender there by Larson. Good job of getting the two hands and just getting that one away from the box. As now it goes back to midfield. Fargo North trying to continue with the possession here in the last couple minutes. As they do, they go to the far side. Little run action here. As this one gets sent into the box, and reading that one all the way was Larson. Larson going the other way, puts the boot into this. As it goes all the way to center field, takes a big hop on the turf. Gafua is there. Gafua goes for the through ball, looking for a teammate. That's going to be in Galvin. And can't quite get there as this one is kicked away, and we're going to have a substitution. West Fargo will make a sub. Fargo North will bring 4 fresh new faces back onto the pitch. Fargo North with the 1-0 edge. This game started again just after the 7 o'clock hour, currently a quarter after 8. About 75 minutes of actual time, but in the game time right now, just under 20 minutes to play. For West Fargo, a chance to tie this EDC contest up. After tonight, both teams will finish off the final day of August on Tuesday. North at Central. West Fargo will host Shanley on the 31st. West Fargo puts a right-footed kick into that, blocked after the kick by Whaley. And the Packers with Hager will throw it in on the touchline. Hager will allow his defenseman for West Fargo to come in and throw this one as they put some more numbers into the box. And Eli Svenby will throw it on the far side. Eli puts a little spin on it. That one is headed out of pressure. And West Fargo able to touch this one down, trying to get it. Fargo North does a nice job as they go the other way. West Fargo, Nasiri, able to leave it, and Fargo North right now will leave it all the way back. Reese Dorsey comes back in the contest, the senior. As Dorsey will look to throw it in. As he does. That's going to deflect it on. Fargo North, McGeetrick Richards into the box. McGeetrick Richards continues with the dribble, going to get taken down. Will that be a call or a foul? It will not be a call or a foul. As Eli Svenby was there, the defender. If that would have been called, that would have been a penalty kick. Instead, it's a chance here for West Fargo. Packers quickly the other way. Gafula into the box. A sliding tackle here comes by the Spartans. Max Watson with the sliding tackle. And everybody can take a collective breath. With 17:40 left to play, it's West Fargo down by a goal against the Fargo North Spartans. West Fargo, as they throw it in, they handle it down to the top. This one goes across the field. Packers with it a little bit. Nice little through ball. Goes to the right-hand side. Fargo North then leaves it, and they'll clear it right to the Packer bench. As Advin will check it in, and we're going to get the flag up here and a foul on Fargo North. So West Fargo will have a chance with a free kick about 10 yards away from the right-hand side of the 18-yard box here. And West Fargo will put this one in the field of play. Here it comes. Right-footed boot. Missed on the header. North trying to track it down, but there for a second is West Fargo as North gets the tackle. Now it goes to the Spartans trying to slide and get his right foot in there was Ray. Other end here for North. North with it, trying to relieve a little bit of tension. Keelan finds a nice through ball on the run to Schwartz. Now it gets kicked out to the right-hand side of Colties. Colties with it here for the Spartans, trying to go around his defender. Can't, and West Fargo leaves it back to the middle. Fargo North able to collect it. Dorsey puts it in the box. This one going to be headed a chance here by the Spartans with Schwartz. Just couldn't quite get to it, just a little bit ahead of Cody. Schwartz was looking for his second goal of the contest. Instead, it goes right into the hands of Matt Larson. But you look up now, just under 16 minutes to play here in regulation. Fargo North is up by 1 goal. West Fargo with it. You just feel like Schwartz might have one more left in him for Fargo North, but on the other end, you just feel like West Fargo is just one good cross away from tying this one up. And here's a chance for the Spartans. It's Schwartz. Schwartz with the right-footed kick goes over the goal. And we have a substitution here for both West Fargo and the Spartans. Make sure you check out some of the highlights throughout the contest that we have. You can check out social media. Follow Your Live Event on Twitter. Just search Your Live Event or Facebook as well. Check out our website of yourliveevent.com. Next, Your Live Event game for Fargo North will be on Thursday, September the 2nd at Fargo South at 7 p.m. For West Fargo, that'll be on September the 7th as they host the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs for their next contest on Your Live Event for boys soccer. Fargo North will handle it to the near side with Colties. Colties lost it for a second, and here comes the West Fargo Packers. This one going the other way. West Fargo trying to get just behind the Fargo North defense for a second. Quickly chasing that one down as McGeetrick Richards trying to throw it off a Packer defender. And we get another substitution here for both teams. As Fargo will make a quick sub. Tara Wally checks back in, the junior forward. For the Fargo North Spartans coming back in, Alex Flores, the senior defenseman. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll recap what happened in terms of goals in this contest and a look at what's to come across the EDC and where this result right now would put both North and West Fargo. If North wins this one, they will leapfrog over West Fargo in the standings. If West Fargo can come back and try to at least tie, they would maintain their lead on Fargo North in the EDC. This one into the box, cleared away by the Spartans. West Fargo trying to bring that one down as they do. This will be left out of play to the right-hand side for the Packers with Wally. Now to Hager for a second, but North was there, and North is on the counterattack. Here they come. Got an open man that's unmarked right-hand side. That's Colties. Colties at the top of the box, left-footed kick, and that's going to go over the crossbar. Been one of the few Spartans, though, tonight that's been unmarked on the counterattack, and Colties is able to get to the top of the box there, put the left-footed kick over, just not putting any pressure, though, on the goaltender of Larson. That's going to be Fargo North's motto a little bit here. If you can't control the possession, try to get a quick counter and put this one away with that second goal. West Fargo was trying to get it back in. The official, though, did not give the whistle for ready for play as Larson puts it back for a goal kick. Right-footed end-over-end kick as we go to the right-hand side. Now it's in a Schwartz. Schwartz has a chance. Schwartz, right-footed kick, and he just misses to the right-hand side. He split two Packers, including Eli Svenby and alongside Wally. And a chance there for Schwartz to get his second of the night, but that one missing to the right-hand side of the goal. And West Fargo still just down by a goal at 1. But we'll get an offsides call there, and for the Packers, they'll put this one on the free kick. And this goes all the way down the other end here for the Packers. With it's going to be Ray. Ray looking for a teammate, finds one there in Gafula. Gafula goes inside the box, crosses right to left, has a chance with the right foot, misses on the pass, and now it goes the other end. Tarawali with the whiff, gets the ball right back, though, finds a nice little through ball. And now Fargo North really clamping down on the defensive side, making it hard to find some real estate. West Fargo to the right-hand side, Packers to the right wing. Going all the way to the bench, and we will get the flag up and a foul here as that one goes on Fargo North. Throwing this one in for West Fargo, that'll be Logan Hager. Also like to thank Irie Insurance for being one of our feature sponsors for our pregame show throughout the season in the Fargo Metro. Irie Insurance with a wide swath of coverage, and check it out in West Fargo. This one headed in the box and just off the head of Wally. You start looking at that time, just under 11 minutes to play here in regulation. Fargo North trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They won their first 2 games of the year, both here at home against Mandan and Bismarck. Legacy put 5 goals up against the Braves and put 1 up in a 1-0 win against Legacy. Fargo North will handle it the other end. Gafula puts this one in the box. They were looking for the run of Ray, but there again is Maddox Watson. Talking about a player of the game, Watson definitely living up to that right now in this contest. This one goes down. Schwartz leaves it to the right-hand side, trying to get the ball back. Tarawali was there, sees it off the ricochet, and then just puts a deep right boot to the opposite end. Fargo North trying to settle this one down as they handle it with the defenseman. That one would be with Flores, the senior. Flores sees some pressure. Going to be last touched off of Alex. West Fargo just might have 1 or 2 more quality chances here, depending on what you can do with the possession. Flores gets the ball right back, and then we're going to get a tackle coming down from West Fargo, and Ray hits the deck hard, and he tried to get the foot coming across and trying to get the chance on the ball. Instead, he's coming down, trying to get helped off by his teammate, and we might get a injury substitution. And we will. Here comes a sub for West Fargo. We'll have 3 checking in here for Fargo North. Right now, Ray trying to walk it off, but what this is doing with 9:27 left to play is allowing both teams to catch a little bit of a breather late in this contest, as the sun has almost come to a set here at 8:30, starting to look out. And again, that sun coming down a little bit earlier as we're losing a little bit more of daylight. Get to the month of September, you start thinking about falling back a little bit with your clock. Fargo North, though, right now will put the ball back in off the free kick. Max Watson into the box. A great kick, an opportunity here for the Spartans. Trying to get the right toe to that was Aiden Young. Instead, it goes all the way to Larson. Larson puts this one in, headed down by Fargo North. Now Hager, and he's going to get fouled here by Fargo North's Charlie Anderson. Logan Hager will allow his teammates to get up the field a little bit, leaves it to left-hand side. Eli Svenby. Svenby with a nice little toe kick. A little hesitation. Gets this one looking for Hager, but he can't, as this one gets a little controlled by the Packers in the back. Fargo North then, and we're going to get a foul, and that foul does come. We'll see if it is a card. It is not. Whaley will get called for the foul, and for Fargo North, we'll have a chance here. And now we might get the card coming out here. And it is. And this one is going to not be on Whaley, but it will be on Musafiri, who came in and had some words with the officials. So West Fargo will get their 3rd yellow card of the game. Bernard Musafiri, the junior midfielder, will get booked with 8:33 left to play in regulation, as he will have to come off. And West Fargo will make a substitution as Ray will check back in, which is good news after he was taken out just a little bit over a minute ago in terms of play with an injury. So Ray will check back in. West Fargo will have to make the substitution. So Musafiri will come out of the contest with 8:33 again left to play, and Fargo North clinging to a 1-goal lead. Waiting to put this one back in is Max Watson, and trying to get Fargo North that every elusive second goal here in the second period, and chance to put this one away. Again, West Fargo very much still in this contest. Just one counterattack, one cross that goes into the box that connects with a teammate. West Fargo could tie this one up, but instead Watson ready to put this one in. Nice cross again. This one going to be headed away by the Packers in the back left post. Fargo North, though, trying to continue with the possession as they have it. Lean puts it back in, and there was Larson. So Larson going the other way, and North with two good chances there to try to get that second goal, and they continue, though, with the possession. That's really the main thing right now, up by 1. Trying to limit West Fargo with the chance at any grade A chances here. Hager goes down the far sideline looking for a streaking teammate in Gafula. Gafula gets in the box and then just lost it. Nice job on the back end side. And we're going to get a penalty kick. And right now, they're going to say that the Fargo North Spartans right now are going to have a chance to defend their lead by 1, but this one going to becomes via the PK. So now you're really going to have to put some of the pressure on the sophomore Maddox Watson. And the Fargo North bench right now, some of the coaches putting their hands up going, what was the call or what was the foul situation? But what this does with it, it's going to allow West Fargo to send a Logan Hager to a chance to tie this game. Hager with a PK opportunity with 7:52 left to play here in the second half. Watson, the goaltender, trying to keep the lead here for Fargo North. We've seen a couple of delayed penalties here tonight, and that is another one of them, and one that could possibly change the outcome in this game. Here it comes. Hager puts it in, and that is a goal. Logan Hager ties this one up at 1 apiece with 7:45 left to play in the contest. So the Packers and the Spartans are now tied at 1. West Fargo with the goal off the PK. That'll be Logan Hager again with 7:45 left to play here in regulation. And right now, Jace Dewfield wants a little bit of an explanation for what the call was in the box going the other way to see if there was really anything from what the officials saw. Again, Gafula was making the run, trying to split two Spartans. And we got the delay call there, and now it's a brand new contest with 7:44. Buckle up. Now all of a sudden, West Fargo has found themselves a chance to come out of this game with potentially 3 points and a win with just one more goal. On the opposite side, if you're Fargo North, you had the lead for a majority of this second half, and you would love to at least leave again with 1 point, but you would have really loved a 1-0 win. Last season, these two teams split, winning on each other's home field. And we're going to get a late whistle here as this one's going to go to Fargo North after it was out with a foul. Fargo North will throw it in with Reese Dorsey to the near side with under 7 minutes to play. Again, if it's tied at the end of regulation in the regular season, it is tied. And it'll be 1 point apiece in postseason. They would go to an overtime. Fargo North puts this one down, cleared away then by West Fargo. Goes all the way back to center field as this one gets backed in. Fargo North trying to take it down with Coltes. Coltes going deep to the right-hand side. Coltes trying to put it across. This one going to be a corner for the Spartans. Saw a number of corners in the first half by Fargo North, not so much here in the second half. James Lean will put this one in. And we're going to have the officials call for a time with 6:11 left to play. In regulation, tied at 1 apiece with Fargo North and West Fargo. As the officials are having a quick conversation here. As the main official is walking back to the goalie of Fargo North and Maddox Watson and having some words. And also there you're going to have Max Watson. So got Max and Maddox right now as the official is talking with the goaltender. And there comes a yellow card with 6:11 left here in regulation. So Maddox Watson gets called for the yellow card. That is the 4th of the contest and the 3rd on Fargo North in this second half. And because of that yellow, that means that, again, Maddox Watson has to come off the field of play. North will have to put a brand new goalie in with 6:11 left in regulation. We have 7 yellow cards combined tonight between the Packers and the Spartans. And rightfully so, both benches, if you're Jace, the head coach of Fargo North, or Andy, the head coach of West Fargo, they've had some words with the head official here tonight. And what this is doing in a game that could have reached zeros on the scoreboard right now, you're having a lot of touch fouls, which have gone into more of a yellow card. I think the coaches just want a little bit more of an explanation because we're going to get another yellow card, and this one is going to be on the north bench, and there is the red. So you're going to get the yellow with the red. So Jace Duffield is going to get asked to leave this contest. So you get the yellow and the red. You already had a West Fargo coach that had a yellow card earlier in the game. So Jace will be asked to leave, and this is all with 6:11 left to play here in this contest. Fargo North will come on with Fisher Peterson as the new goaltender. The cross gets headed away, and now it gets back into the box, and that one is going to go for a goal kick as Gunnar Schwartz's header misses. And a chance here quickly to come back in for Fargo North. So Maddox Watson will return after checking out. Was going to be Fisher Peterson. So West Fargo put this one back in as it goes to Knutsvig. Now it goes up the other end. Fargo North just heads that one out of play with Reese Dorsey. As we have the official back here saying that it should be Fargo North possession, and it is. So we're tied at 1, and you just feel like, is there enough time and kind of the choppy play in the last 5 minutes of actual game time if one of these teams can find a little rhythm and put one more goal in the back of the net here for either club, and one of these teams to come out of here with 3 points. Fargo North up the near sideline as they handle it with Colties. Now it goes to the box, running it down and going out of play. That's going to be a corner, and we'll get the corner. Fargo North trying to chase it down there with McGeetrick Richards, who ran into Ibrahim Tarawali. And Fargo North, with 5 minutes left to play, will put this one. James Lean with the kick. This one into the play. Left-footed kick off the post. Missed by Schwartz. North still with the possession. They put it back across, and that'll go out of play. But the one guy that's had the prime opportunities tonight for the Spartans is Gunnar Schwartz. He's had 1 goal so far, a couple of chances here in the second half. And now West Fargo, we have a player down on the far end of the field here for Fargo North. Clock stops at 4:32 left to play in regulation. The last 5 minutes have felt like the end of a basketball game sometimes, with timeouts and stoppages, in terms of what we've seen here with soccer with the yellow cards, and also just in terms of some of the injuries that we've seen from both sides for West Fargo and the Fargo North Spartans here, as the assistant coaches will come out and the trainer as well. If this score holds, Fargo North would improve to 3-1 in the conference and pick up their first point in the EDC standings. For the West Fargo Packers, they would get their second tie in conference play and improve to 2-1 and get 2 points in the conference standings. Fargo Davies and Red River with 9 points coming into tonight, tied for first. South at Red River and Davies at West Fargo Cheyenne. Cheyenne in third with 5 points, 1 win, 2 draws, and South and Shanley with 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw apiece with 4 points. West Fargo 6th, tied with Grand Forks Central at 2-1, and then Fargo North at 0-3. As West Fargo and Fargo North will quickly have a huddle and will allow us to take a quick timeout. You're listening to EDC Soccer here on yourliveevent.com.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
As we're back here at Fargo North High School after the quick kick that goes off the free kick, Fargo North now will handle it as it'll be Putnam. This one thrown in quickly, cross the other way. Spartans trying to take the possession, find a runner, and try to get across in and put some pressure on Larson at the goaltender. Fargo North, they'll handle it there with Flores as he gets that one in. Again, looking for Schwartz. Nicely thought play here by Larson to roll it back to a teammate, and West Fargo gets this one across. This one goes to Ray. Ray with a nice little hesitation move, but better defense by North. Khaled saw that all the way. Quickly goes on a run. Cal with it. Puts it in the middle. West Fargo looking to clear, as they do. Khaled misses that one as it goes out of play, and West Fargo will throw it in. Packers with Svenby as he whips it in. That one going to be taken down. Fargo North then will have a foul here. And this one will go down and a chance for Hager. Hager with the free kick with 3:05 left to play. And a chance to put this one into the box and maybe get a lucky bounce. Hager puts this one in. That one going to be batted out. Here comes the header in. Good job on the header by Nasiri. Seeing the goaltender there in Watson coming out. But Watson was there, saw it all the way, and gets the save. Now Fargo North, after a couple of headers, go out of play. Will regain it at the midfield line. Take a little bit of the precipitation off the ball is Reese Dorsey. Dorsey will throw it in. Goes right to the Spartan logo, and then Hager was there. Trying to get it back is now it goes to West Fargo, and here's a chance. Packers up the other end, and we're going to get an offsides call. And for Fargo North, they'll get it right back. And right there should have been something. Ray just came out and looked to possibly have a little bit of a kick on a late kick, and they're going to say it is a offside, so it should be Fargo North possession. I think some of the North fans thought that there might have been a Packer with a little extracurricular activities that went missed with 1:40 left here in regulation. Again, once this game gets down to 0-0s, it will end in a tie unless you can get a goal in the last 90 seconds. This one gets thrown across on the kick. This one gets headed down. Fargo North now with a little bit of an option here. North going across as it goes into the box, and we're going to get a foul just outside the box. And we're going to get a timeout, and we might get another person carded. Yes, we do. West Fargo with the yellow card, and the player will have to come out of the game. This one will be on Tarawali. So West Fargo will get the yellow card with 72 seconds left to play, and now a chance for the Fargo North Spartans to get a goal. This one headed over by James Lean, and West Fargo now will have a chance to put it back into play. Tarawali quickly comes back in, and West Fargo will have to quickly put this one in on the boot. As they do, this gets batted down. Tarawali's there, and there is a foul on the Fargo North Spartans. Hager will have a chance to put this one back in. As it is, end over end on the kick. Headed away by Fargo North to relieve pressure, and now it goes to Schwartz on the counter. And Schwartz loses possession right at midfield. West Fargo with Fenby will throw it, and there's going to be a foul here on the Spartans. Reese Dorsey pretty much just gave a little shore arm to the back there of Ray, and with 8 seconds, West Fargo tries to quickly get a kickoff down to 3, down to 2, and this one is going to go final, and it's going to be a tie. This one will end in a 1-1 draw between West Fargo and the Fargo North Spartans. Goal coming by Cody Schwartz for Fargo North with 6:30 left to play in the first half. And then Logan Hager gets a goal with the penalty kick with 7:45 left to play. And that's how we end this contest at 1 apiece. Again, that is your final. We're back with our post-game show after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at YourLiveEvent1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Welcome back to our post-game show. Chase Miller and Jerry with you here as a contest that I'm sure both coaches are going to look back at the game film and say there was a chance at 2 more points, whether you're Fargo North or West Fargo. Regardless, it is a point apiece for Fargo North and the West Fargo Packers in a 1-1 draw. In this contest, 8 yellow cards and 1 red card. Going back to Tuesday night's soccer game with North and Davies, there was just 0 yellow cards and 0 red cards in that contest. EDC soccer standings updated with West Fargo now at 0-2-2 with 2 points. And for the Fargo North Spartans, they are now 0-3-1 with 1 point here for Fargo North. A chance for both teams, and particularly if you're North, just how this game was called a little bit, you probably feel like that this was a missed chance at 3 points in this game. Regardless, that's how it is. Here's your out-of-town scoreboard. Fargo Shanley and Grand Forks Central is a final at a scoreless game. So Shanley now with 5 points in the EDC at 1-1-2. Grand Forks Central with 2 points in the EDC at 0-2-2. So Central with a point ahead of North. They're still tied with West Fargo, and Shanley now with 5 points in conference play. And Fargo Davies and West Fargo Cheyenne, they draw at 1 apiece. Cheyenne with 6 points in the conference. Davies now with 10 points in the conference. The only game that we are missing on your out-of-town scoreboard is Grand Forks, Red River, and Fargo South. But if Red River wins that contest, they would be in the driver's seat in the EDC. So again, your final here, 1-2-1. Coming up next for Fargo North, their next game will be on Tuesday at Grand Forks Central at 7. Their next game on your live event a week from tonight at South at 7 p.m. For the West Fargo Packers, their next game, they will travel to Grand Forks Central at 7. Their next contest, again, for West Fargo will be home against Shanley on Tuesday at Grand Forks Central. Then on Thursday, then they're back on right here on Your Live Event on September the 7th. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. We got 3 football games for you tomorrow, 4 football games. Jerry just looks at me and says, come on, man, we're Your Live Event. You know we got more than 3. So go to yourliveevent.com to check out the schedules again. The games are free. You can rewatch on demand all you want for free as well. YouTube, Your Live Event, subscribe, or go to yourliveevent.com to check out all the great fun work. Fargo North won via the Cody Shorts goal. The West Fargo Packers won via the Logan Hager penalty kick. That is a final tonight. Spartans and Packers. North now at 2-3-1 on the year. West Fargo at 1-3-2. Thank you very much to all of our fine sponsors for tuning in to high school soccer. EDC Boys Soccer. We're back at it again with 4 high school football games in North Dakota. Have a great rest of your night from the north side of Fargo.